In the last lecture, we discussed about arrays. Array is a fixed size typed object which can contain multiple values. The problem with the array is it's a fixed size. If we want to insert some more element than that of the size, then we have to create a new array for that. Today we will discuss the list data structure. List data structure is a dynamic data structure which can grow as the element grows. We have used list in our daily life. If we are going to shopping, the first work we do is to list down the number of elements we want to purchase. So today we will implement our own list. We will not use any predefined list given by any programming language. Every programming language gives you basic data structures, but the focus of our course is to create and to implement data structure on our own. So let's start the coding now. Okay, let me create a file here, a new Java file, and I'll call it my list because I'm creating it and I'm calling it my list. Okay, so in this class, using this class, where we will insert the data, or what element or what object is responsible for storing the data. So here we will take help from arrays, because array is the only option we have which can hold multiple data or multiple data items. So I'll define a string array here. I'll call list equals null. I'm declaring it with null, and here is the constructor. It's a default constructor, and I will initialize this array here string with 10 elements. Now I'll overload the constructor and this overloaded constructor has size. So the user can give his desired size. So we have a class, and in this class we have declared an array which will hold our element, and we have two constructors. One is the default one and the second will take the parameter as an integer, and we'll initialize this array with the size. Now the first operation we are going to implement is add method. We want to add something to the list, so the user will call the add method. Public void add string element. So now whatever element is supplied using the add method, we will assign that, or will insert that element to the list array. I'll say list, and on which index number. Here is a question. If I say something like at 0 and insert this element, so for the first time it's okay, but what about the second element? If I'm inserting a second element, that element will also be inserted at the position 0. So it's not good. So I need a pointer here which will record the next free element of the array. Let me define it with this slide. Here I have an array, and the size of the array is 10. And here is a pointer. This pointer is giving me the information that the index 0 is blank. And if someone inserts any data into it, let's say if I'm inserting 1, A, then I'll move this pointer one number ahead. I'll increase this pointer by 1. So now this pointer is giving me information that 0 index has been filled and index number 1 is blank. Index number 1 is there isn't any element on the index 1. If I insert something here, let's say B, then I'll move or I'll increment this pointer by 1. So in the same way, we will use pointer here, which will tell us that which index element is free for inserting new data. So here's a pointer and I'll initialize it with 0, and whenever someone inserts, it will insert at this position, and then I'm incrementing it by 1. Okay, now to run this we have a, let's create another class and let's call this class execute list. Implement the main method. In this main method I'm creating an object of my list, and let's create with the default constructor list dot add, let's say item 1, list dot add item 2, list dot add item 3. I'm adding just 3 items for now. Now I want to print the number of items I've inserted, so I will do for equals 0, I is less than list dot size, but there isn't any method, we haven't defined any size method. How can I get the size of the of the list? Now go back to the list and declare a method public integer size. Okay, so what we can do is we can do list dot length return this. So if so for now let's just return the length of the array, and any problem with the code, it's fine. Okay, now here we will call size and I plus plus. Okay, so system.out.println, and I'll print the list dot. Okay, we need one more method to get the values. To get the values, what we will do is let's define another method which will return the elements using the index numbers. Public string, we have get method, we will say index, list of index, say return. Okay, so what the get method would do, it will just return that element using the index number. Let's save it and we will say dot. Now we can use this method here, get and I. Now we are set, and let's run this and check if we have done everything correctly. Let's save it, and here you can see the three items that we had added has been shown here, and you can also see these null values. So where these null values came from? So these null values are the array that we had declared here. We had declared an array of size 10, but the number of elements we have inserted is 3. So the remaining 7 are blank. So it's showing all these values, all the elements of the array, the blank arrays, as null.